Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Life Well Spent. If you are new here, welcome back. If you have been here before, I'm so glad to have you back. That's great. And I'm certainly glad to have any new viewers. This video, I'm going to talk about how I create my budget for the next month, like the actual logistical process of that, at least the digital budget format. I'm not going to complete the whole budget because I don't quite know what that's going to look like yet. It's only April 26th. I have a few more days. Thank you very much. No, actually, I need to make some changes and I'm going to have to kind of play with the numbers a little bit. And I don't really want to do that live because I will be rambling even more than usual. On my channel, I'm documenting my financial journey. So there's budget videos. I do kind of like a weekly wrap up to kind of keep track of my spending and to hold myself accountable for said spending. I close out my budget videos. I will do net worth assessment videos. I will do videos that, talk about my money goals and, update you on how those are going, which realistically they are part of my budget. So if you watch those, you kind of see that too. So, my current money goal is to actually be consumer debt free. I have only my student loans left. They are consolidated under one loan anyway. So it is what it is. It's just one payment. And it's about 13,000 and change left to go. So I'm almost at the finish line. And if you watch my debt payoff videos, my most recent debt payoff update will tell you how I am tackling that in light of maybe getting student loan cancellation. That would be awesome. Let's do that. That would be awesome. That'd be great. I'd love to spend that $13,000 somewhere else. With that in mind, I am working on, or I was just getting ready to actually start finalizing my May budget. I don't quite know what that's going to look like, but in the process, I haven't even bothered to do it yet. And I'm usually drafting it about the time that my power bill comes out. So once I get an email that says that bill's ready, that's usually my cue to go ahead and start planning out my budget and get working on that before I finalize it at the end of the month. So April 30th, it'll be finalized. So by Friday. Today is Monday. Now, let's just get into it. I use a spreadsheet. If you budget by hand, more power to you. I can't do that. Honestly, cheers to you, because good Lord, I can't. I just can't. I don't hate math, but having to re-add the same numbers over and over again and just change a little bit, can't do it. Cannot do it. Don't want to do it. I much prefer the digital form. By all means, listen, the best way to budget, the absolute best way to budget is the way that you can do and you can stick to. That's it. If it's paper, pencil, awesome. If it's weekly, awesome. If it's monthly, awesome. Whatever works for you is the best way. Okay. So for me, I have a budget template. It's got a lot of formulas already set up inside of it. And what I typically do, so I started out having a locked template and I would just duplicate the template. But that hasn't been very helpful because, excuse me, the tea's coming back up. Gross. If I make a change, because it is a living document, so if I make a change, I have to remember to go back and change it in the template or it's all wrong. I copy the template and I'm like, wait a minute, but I had that savings thing and then I've got to redo it and it's annoying. So I've just at this point just kind of copied the month before and then made whatever adjustments I needed to make. So you right click on here and I come up to duplicate and it gives me a copy of 4/21. That's for April 2021. So I click in here, I go 5/21. So cool. That's the May one. I did this drawing because I thought it might be neat to have a title across the top. I'm not really feeling that, but that's not really a big deal to go in and change it either. But there we go. Hey, for May, sweet. The next thing I do is go in and look at any of my notes, because what I will do if I need to, I will usually put notes in here, or I will look at my planner. I have an Erin Condren planner because, well, I tried it a couple of years ago and I thought that would kind of help keep things organized and I freaking love it. I love it. I can't imagine not having one. I'm sure there are other excellent tools out there, but right now for this, this kind of works perfect for me and I love it. So what I will do, as the month comes in, like there's I'm not even sure how well you can see that. This is the May month, and I will put in stickies that give me notes and ideas of things that I want to make sure that I budget for. So I keep those in mind. Sometimes I'll type them in here if I think about them while I'm in here. Otherwise, I almost always have this thing around me. So it's sticky note central here. So one thing I do know is that I need to make space for a haircut because, dear God, look at this. But now that I'm safe from COVID, or as safe as I can possibly be, I'm going to go get my haircut. It needs it so badly. So that's definitely going to be a thing I do. I have a gift certificate for a massage, and my back and my shoulders and everything's killing me, and I'm totally going to get it when I'm done with my internship and I'm done with my class. It's going to be my nice de-stressy thing. So I need to make sure that I have enough money for a tip for the masseuse. I need to up my lawn budget. There's some things I need to buy for my my lawn. I need to get some grass seed and some, fertilizer and stuff for the lawn. I need to get some things for planting. So I know that I need to put more in there, and this is all in here. Also, I don't have anything to interview in. The last time I interviewed was like 6 years ago, and I promise you I don't fit into those. So I am going to need to go clothes shopping and get at least one outfit that I can take for an interview. So I need to create space for that. I don't think I'm going to do like a clothing line item budget. I just might up my personal budget. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet, but that's something I got to figure out by the end of the month. So, okay. So in my notes here, I can delete this note here because I used that last month to know when I had to, adjust how much I was paying for my cell phone. Already got the sympathy gift paid for. All right, we're going to leave that lawn care spring plants in. And for right now, let's see here. Let's do this. Clothes for interviews. We'll do haircut and massage money. I probably ought to do it. Okay. So the next thing I do, and make sure I check all my notes here. I just come through here, highlight, delete all the transactions, and it fixes all of that. That I will zero out because I manually put that one over here. So, and I can't put it in the transactions because it will do it in both places then, and that's annoying. C'est la vie. And it looks like there's more money that has gone out than really did. Okay. So the next thing I do, I come in here. Now this beginning balance, notice up here, if I click on this, it says 321 and then gives an actual cell number. So it's basically, because I've copied this from April's, April's will look like this. It looks at the ending balance of the month before. So I have to change that so that this has a 421 in it. Okay, now that's not going to change because that fund has not changed. And then I just click and drag, and that adjusts to everything based on what is in here on the ending balance. And this is not, this isn't the end for the month, but if I go in to make a change, it will adjust it for February in the beginning balance. Okay. And then because I absolutely set this up stupidly, and I'm going to fix this for next time. Oops, that's the wrong color. Hang on. Yeah. Where is that one? Yeah. When I click and drag, it changes that. So I'm thinking I thought I would like the color variation, and I do. I don't know. I may end up just trying to do something like this where it's using a specific conditional formatting, and I don't know. I haven't messed around with that enough to figure it out, but That's not a big deal. I don't mind doing it right now. So, okay, whatever happens to be in these funds, well then, you know, if you look at all of these now, say 421 and this particular space. And then when I actually get to closing it out, so whatever is left and actually goes into these will change, or if anything comes out, these balances will change. It feeds into here automatically, which is great. Now, the next thing I do is I go through here. Oh, just kidding. I didn't want to do it that way. That was dumb. Those were totals. I don't want to delete formulas. There we go. It's like, wait a minute. Why did that not work out the way I wanted to? Okay. And then down here are specific notes for the specific month. That like things that I am like, this is kind of, I'm saving up for. But if I had like you saw there was a subscription to something, like if it has to be canceled that month, then I will put that in there to kind of remind myself. I don't have any subscriptions in May. And what I will usually do is check like a past budget to see kind of how I spent things if I need to. But I think right now I've got a pretty good handle on, I don't really have a lot of extra stuff because the only real extra stuff I would normally have is my admin cert. And it's hard for me right now to know what my, the things I'm spending more on right now, would be my garden stuff. I always paid for that in cash. So I'm honestly not sure how much that would be because I always put like $80 a month, every month aside. And then when spring came around, I just had cash and I paid for it in cash. So I'm honestly not sure like how much I spent in May specifically. So I'm going to have to shoot high and go from there. Okay. So the other thing I do, I don't remember if I've said this or not, but I typically start this that didn't work. I typically start this process around the time my electric bill comes in, because it comes in like in the last week and a half or so of the month, and then that's kind of like my trigger of, hey, take care of that. And then I know to get started, and that's how I know what these specific bills are going to be. So my water is adjustable, and I just kind of, at this point, I'm going to up it because I will be watering plants and things like that. And so presumably it's going to be more, and hopefully not over $25. Hopefully I can just adjust down, but we'll see. We'll see. Natural gas and my electric are technically, like, that's technically my usage from the month before, or most of the month before, but I pay it in here, I will pay it in May, even though it's mostly April's usage. So I budget it for when like it's coming out of my checking account, and that's it. Most of my other stuff doesn't really change. A lot of these are fixed expenses anyway. I'm going to leave groceries at $200 because I think we might do a girls trip. And so we'll have to buy some stuff for that. And, I am trying to eat up most of what is in my refrigerator and in my pantry and stuff like that. So I don't know that I will necessarily need $200, but I'm going to hold it there just in case, because I am running low on certain meats, and I don't want like all red meat in my house, because that's mostly what I have from buying a side of beef a while ago. But I know I just found like 4 chicken breasts. I've eaten 2 of them already. Well, cooked 2 of them up. I've got some leftovers and stuff for them, but leaves me with 2 left. I think there might be some pork chops. There's a couple of whole chickens, and the rest of it's beef. So in the back of my mind, I know I'm going to have to buy some meat, so I'm keeping it at $200 just in case I need it. Gas. Boy, that's going to depend. I may need to take a trip out to Erie in May. Well, I'm going to have to take a trip out to Erie. I just don't know if it's going to be in May or not. I'm on somebody else's timeline there. So, you know, hopefully not. And we have the girls trip, so I'm gonna leave gas the way that it is, ironically, because I also feel like if I am under, that helps kind of cover if I'm over in another category, which, you know, I'm not trying to be, but okay, house and garden. I am going to up this to $250. We're going to start there. Restaurant can go, I'm going to drop that to $60 because I'm actually going on a date next week. And I prefer to go Dutch if I can. But I want to make sure I have space for that. My personal, this is where I'm trying to decide. What if I do 250? What's that give me? Oh, that's why. Hang on one second. That's my alarm. Get to that on my phone. So I'm doing this in the morning before work. That's my, hey, time to get ready alarm, because I don't know about anybody else, but I do this thing where I get stuck. Like I look at the clock and I think, oh my God, I have all this time. Like, oh, I have time to do this and I have time to do that and I've got time to do this. And then I end up late. So that's my alarm. That's like, whatever you were doing, you need to start getting ready. So I'm going to wrap this video up because of that. So, all right. So I still have almost $700 to work with as far as my budget goes. So that's good to know. And I will go in, I will think about these budget categories a little bit more and see if I maybe need more money than this $250. I'm trying to remember because I think the weed and feed thing I need, like one bag of it is like $30 and it should cover my whole yard and then some, but a smaller bag won't. And I know that I need to get some soil and I need to get some plants. I think maybe I better up that because I'm actually going to plant along this whole side of my house. I'm going to put something. I'm not quite sure what yet. I thought maybe hostas would be a good place to start with them because it's kind of shaded. It needs to be something that goes in the shade, but I also kind of want something that's going to be tall enough and just look pretty. So I don't quite know what it's going to look like. It might be hostas just temporarily because they are relatively inexpensive compared to other plants until I figure out what I want to put there, but who knows? So 350 is what we're looking at right now. Personal 250. I'm trying to think. I really don't want to spend more than $100 on an interview outfit, but probably gonna need shoes with that too. That's irritating. It's irritating to buy shoes to use like one time. So we'll see what I can do with that. But yeah, that's where we're at. So that's how I budget. Again, I'm going to go in and kind of negotiate some of these categories a little bit more. And I might actually try to like write out what I want to get for my yard and see if I need to adjust the pricing there at any point. And then it is ready to go, ready to be tracked for transactions and things of that nature. That's it. So if you have any questions about my process, how I do it, how I came up with this, or, you know, what the different formulas and stuff like that I use, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I will see you next time, hopefully with an actual proper budget. Actually, I think nope, it will be the final budget next, hopefully Friday. So I'll see you Friday. Bye.